What's going on, gamers and gamettes? This is your boy Shinsen coming at you once again with episode 2 of Face-2-Face. Alright, it's been a long time coming since I've been trying to get this thing knocked out, and with my guest today, we've been talking about it, doing the interview over and over, having ideas to do this, coming ideas to do that, trying to surprise them with good questions or whatnot, or whatever, and over time, every time we had a chance to go ahead and get this thing knocked out, we would get sidetracked. You know, whether it be going out to get some food, helping out the people with the Michigan scene, or just overall just having fun gaming. I finally went on ahead and decided to say, when we gonna get down on this interview? And so with that, we went on ahead and decided to take time out of our day and get this thing done. And now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you runner-up of Chicago Heart 3 Blaze Blue Continuum Shift 2 Tournament, LunaKage. Alright, first things first, you don't mind me using this on YouTube or posting it up after we're done with this video here?
Not at all.
Alright, awesome. Alright, cool. First off, I'd like to go ahead and thank you for taking time out with me and sitting down with me, Luna. Really appreciate it, and we're finally getting this done, bro.
Well, thank you for considering me.
No problem, man.
Because, you know, I'm just a downtown boy. Not really. I don't know what I'm saying.
Hey,
I've
man.
never done it.
Shoot, man. Nice. Alright, man. Shoot. Yep. We're just going ahead and just ask you, run through a couple questions here. Alright. Let's see here. As I ask every other interviewee, where does the name LunaKage come from?
LunaKage has a lot. Like, it's got a huge origin story for a bunch of different reasons. Basically, I love the moon, and I actually found out that that has something to do with my zodiac sign. Cancer apparently is ruled by the moon. It's its ruling planet, despite the fact that it lives on the planet. But anyway, I went by Kage Kasumi for a while, because I also really enjoyed water, mist. But I decided with LunaKage because in Soul Calibur 3, I made a character. Her name was Luna. She was Mitsurugi, except she was adorable. And then my original intention was to have everyone call me Kage because that's not a chick's name, but Luna stuck, and now it feels weird when somebody doesn't call me that.
Alright, very in-depth answer. I like it. Alright, let's see here. We know you for playing the game of Blaze Blue, and we'll get into those questions in just a little bit. But are there any games coming out this year that has your interest?
Well, I mean, I'll try everything, but it really boils down to the characters. Like, for example, I know I'm going to try the Tekken X Street Fighter and Street Fighter X Tekken, but that is going to boil down to whether or not my characters are actually in the game. Like, if Sakura isn't in Street Fighter X Tekken, then I might not play it unless Lily's still in it. Then I'll find a way. But I don't know if I'm really going to take any of the games too seriously.
Sure, alright, let's see here. What is it that caught your interest for Street Fighter X Tekken?
Well, honestly, I didn't really think of it as too much of a big deal until I started seeing trailers where everyone was just juggling the shit out of each other. Because I'm a huge combo fanatic, so even if I don't play the game seriously, I'm going to go into training mode and just blow shit out, by practicing combos and stuff. Because whenever I see a combo video, it just makes me 10 times more hyped for a game.
Alright, shoot. Okay, cool. Alright, let's see here. Shoot. Alright, let's see here. Well, what was the fighting game that started everything for you?
Shit. This is a journey. Right here, because my gateway fighter, the one that started it all as far as me even getting into fighting games, I obviously never played it competitively, and I still won't because I think the game itself is garbage. Dead or Alive Free was actually the very first one. It was I bought it. It was a disc only because I was poverty even back then. So I bought the disc, took one of my other Xbox games, put a sheet of paper in that, wrote Dead or Alive 3 on it, and then that was my case for that game. And I played the shit out of it. It also explains why I only play girls, too, because the guys sucked in that game, in my opinion. From there, I went to Soul Calibur and I learned that blocking was good. And I was like, whoa, this is so cool. I'm not taking damage for not hitting the other person. This is amazing. Then this was like a couple years ago, I saw a Tekken 6 arcade machine in, my job at the time, my work. And I got into that. I figured, at the time, before that, I hated Tekken for whatever reason. But I was like, this is made by the same people that made Soul Calibur, so maybe it would be like Dead or Alive, except with blocking. And that idea appealed to me. So I played that, and that was my very first competitive game. Then when BlazBlue came out, I played that a little bit. It was really just me waiting for Tekken to come out on consoles. But then when it did, the netcode was terrible. No one went to the arcade anymore, and I didn't have a car to get to a scene or anything. So I just picked up the game that had the best net play, which was at the time BlazBlue, and I just started playing that.
All right. Well, as you discussed net play earlier, now I'm going to ask you the question. What is your stand on online play? Your opinions, advantages, disadvantages, the whole shebang.
First of all, I'm going to get it out of the way and say net play. Just net play. But that aside, the strong advantages net play has is that you kind of get more character experience. Yeah, the matchup experience is one of the, meeting new people. And net play is actually where I met, quite a few people here. Like I met Shadow Flash through net play first. And then I found out he lived in Michigan, and he was a cool guy. And, but yeah, net play is where I learned how to play the game. And, if you get a good online reputation, more people are going to want to play you, and more good players are going to want to play you. And that alone will make you better. It'll build bad habits. That's one of the disadvantages. But like I said, it helps you learn the game. But when it comes to actual competitive play, you want to put more emphasis on offline. If you lose something online, it could be something you didn't even notice happen. Like one split-second input delay could have messed up your combo, or a random lag spike that you may have not even felt. But that's one of the disadvantages of net play.
All right, shoot, very in-depth answer. I like it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump to a couple BlazBlue related questions. Let's see here. What made you go to Noel? What drew you to that character?
There's actually a lot of different reasons. Back when BlazBlue first came out, I was like, I wanted to try Guilty Gear, but I was poverty and didn't have any money, neither did my parents. So I'm like, hey, I got money now. I got a job. I can buy this game coming out. And it's made by the same people, so it would be kind of like, me getting into it from there. So before I even picked it up, I had my character. I honestly didn't even know what she looked like. I was like, main characters, Ragnar, that's obviously a guy. Jim, that's a guy. Noel, if there's a guy named Noel, then something's wrong with this person. So I'm going to pick this character. When I got the game, I found out that she looked, she was adorable, essentially. And when I played her story mode, I was like, this character is, amazing, in my opinion. But when I tried her combos, and this is what, got me into the gameplay aspect, her combos, because I was, like I said, when I first bought the game, it was just a standby until Tekken came out. Her combos, like the throw whiffs, her drive enders, they were just juggles to me. That's exactly what they felt like. They weren't heavy 2D stuff like, canceling into fireballs. So I just felt like I was doing Tekken combos on a 2D fighter, and I was able to get into that.
All right, let's see here. What are your feelings toward the game's system? What are your likes and dislikes of the BlazBlue system?
Well, I like that it's faster than you would say a normal 2D fighter is. Like in a 2D fighter, I can't play a character if they can't run. Like I can't play a character that dashes or transmorphs or whatever Arakune you want to call it he does. And it just felt like it was fast. You can get in that ass. Unlike in Street Fighter, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna walk forward and then get hit by something you're gonna throw out at me, which is what I felt was good. I also kind of liked CT's burst system a little better, but the burst system as a whole, the way they do it, so that it's not, an overpowered system, that it has its advantages and disadvantages. I like that. I really, really hate the Tekken system. Honestly, and it's kind of funny that I'm going to say this, but I prefer it to be like, I would rather it have Arcana Heart's teching system or even Marvel's, but the one thing that I really, really don't like about the teching system is the rolls. I don't like tech rolling. I want it, you know, if you get a combo and you get a knockdown, they're going to be there so that you can set up something. Not like, oh, I got to worry about baiting their fucking roll, and if they don't roll, I got to be prepared to, you know, because not every character is going to have an option select to beat everything, like, you know, Lychee or Ragnar. But that's really the only thing I don't like about the system. Like, I like how they do the proration system a lot. Like, supers, the minimum damage, that was my favorite thing that they ever introduced in CS1. Because it gave you a reason to waste that meter at the end of the combo.
Alright then. Alright, let's see here. If you could change only one thing about Blaze Blue, what would it be?
Blaze Blue as a whole?
Yeah, if you could change one thing inside the entire game,
Okay.
what would it be? What would that one thing be?
Well, I actually have two things. Technically four, but it's really two. The things that I'd want to change are either, like I said, the teching system from before, make it like, you know, just like they're knocked down, they have a choice to quick get up or neutral tech, and then keep the air teching the same. Or maybe take out 3 characters from the game, just get rid of them, alright? And this is going to be funny, and I know everyone's going to laugh and think that I'm retarded. Taggart, Articuno, and you ready for this one? Noel. Get rid of all 3 of those characters, and maybe Blaze Blue will be 100% legit. And I know I love my Noel, but I'd be fucked if she wasn't the most retarded character that I've ever seen existing in a fighting game.
Wow, okay. Very unexpected answer there, right? Like, you know, I like it. Let's see here. Being recognized as a good Noel player, what were the things that you had to work on over time to go ahead and get you to the level that you're at right now?
Well, it was kind of a big thing. Like, CS1 was my biggest developmental period, and basically in that game, Noel didn't land hits. And when she did, if you didn't do as much damage as you possibly could, then you weren't going to win at all. So I made sure that all of my combos and my execution was at least at 95%. You know, nail them 95% of the time. Because if you didn't get that optimal damage, you weren't going to stand a chance. She didn't really have Oki. She didn't have a neutral game. She just had drive. She had counters, essentially, invincibility. So every time you nailed one of those, you need to make damn sure that you were going to hurt them. So that's why a lot of people in Michigan consider me to have like the best execution in the state. Even Lionel himself, the greatest Ragnar player in the world, said that I had like amazing execution. But I think he's full. Yeah, like execution, working on combos, making sure you got all that was what I did. Pressure, like staggers, and then combo execution.
All right, cool. All right, let's see here.